By 2003, Sandra Bullock was Hollywood's hottest funny girl with a string of hit comedies.
Makes me feel incredibly good.
But the 39-year-old was ready to take some risks, professionally and personally. That summer, she said goodbye to 22-year-old boyfriend Ryan Gosling and planned her next move.
Her life changed. She had some life-breaking, moments. Her mother passed away, so her life really evolved.
As an actress, Bullock wanted to stretch. She got her chance portraying an uptight politician's wife in the independent feature Crash.
There's a fearlessness that she has in that if something scares her or is something different, she's not afraid to boldly go where no Sandy has ever gone before.
Her choice in men also took a turn. In December 2003, Bullock met Monster Garage host Jesse James, thanks to her 10-year-old godson.
My son, from the time he woke up till the time he went to sleep at night, thought about building motorcycles and talked about Jesse James. So Sandy arranged to take him down to Long Beach to West Coast Choppers to meet Jesse. He was completely awestruck and he couldn't talk. She was just trying to make small talk about stuff she has no idea about. Jesse would tell you that that was it for him. Like, light bulb went off and that was it.
I think we all were. It's like you just are not used to, seeing someone who literally is covered head to toe. It's the most beautiful work you've ever seen. And it is interesting that the more time you spend with him, the less you're not even aware. You're so taken by this man's soul.
At first, we were all skeptical. Here's this tattooed biker, badass guy out there. And of course, we want to protect our girl, So initially it was like, what are you talking about? You're going to go out on a date with him? She's like, no, he's really cool. He's really cool. Trust me, trust me, trust me. After 5 minutes of being with him, I just knew.
I was delighted to see that Sandra had found somebody. He's her equal in every sense.
In April 2004, Bullock flew to Las Vegas to shoot Miss Congeniality 2, Armed and Fabulous. Her paycheck for the sequel, a whopping $17.5 million. Sandra also had a new partner in crime.
We actually formed a friendship, and that's rare. When we were shooting, we just kind of were like each other's rock.
Meanwhile, Bullock's other rock, Jesse James, was in a car crash back in L.A. He survived in one piece. Sandra wasn't shy about her feelings anymore.
After the accident, she had photos of him after, he'd been all stitched up and everything. And she would show him off. See, look, see, that's where he... And I've never seen anybody proud of their baby's wounds like that. I thought that was really sweet. That's true love.
We just knew that all of a sudden he was going to be, this was the serious one. Well, it took a lot for Sandy to get to that point. All I could see was that our dear Sandy was very, very, very happy. And it just came through her every pore.
Miss Congeniality 2 premiered on March 24th, the same day Bullock received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
I no longer feel compelled, because of this honor, to carve my name into every wet cement poured on a sidewalk. And now that I have this, it's sort of, I'm turning legit, so I thank you for that.
2 months later, Crash opened. Sandra's gritty performance stunned critics and fans alike.
I thought her performance in Crash was amazing because she made a full commitment to that part, which was a very unpleasant woman. You can't see any effort. She just is that part.
Next, Bullock played Hostess. On July 16, 2005, 250 of her closest friends gathered in Santa Barbara for a top-secret birthday bash.
We got on the buses, and the rumors have been circulating that it was not a birthday.
It's like a 45-minute drive. And I thought, okay, something's really going on.
And it gets closer and closer to white tent.
And she wasn't around. And it was like, where's Sandy? For a birthday girl, she sure is being secretive.
There's helicopters, and I thought, okay, she's got to be getting married. Her ceremony was small and intimate, and, none of us expected it.
Oh, so much dancing. So much dancing. And her George Lopez Constance gets out there. Between her and Sandy, they were ripping up the floor. It was a great time had by all.
Sandy waited a long time to get married and wasn't going to get married unless she was really, really in love. She was as happy as I had ever seen her. They looked incredibly happy at the wedding.
Sandra's career continued to rock. 6 months later, Bullock won her first SAG award for Crash.
I'm still a little surprised, not that they won, but that I was a part of the group that won.
Then she reunited with an old buddy for the romantic drama The Lake House.
This doesn't feel like 12 years to me at all, at all.
Funny thing about time.
Get on or get off, get on or get off.
Oh, gosh.
Sweet.
After playing Keanu's dream girl, Bullock did a 180. For the biopic Infamous, she transformed herself into novelist Harper Lee.
It's admirable to portray someone who's chosen not to go towards the glory and the accolades and in the press, and someone who's chosen to live a very modest life, which, that's really rare.
She's playing this cultural icon who's, like Capote, very, very important in the sort of pantheon of writers in America. She has a great dignity about her in the film.
I want to bring fictional techniques to a non-fiction story.
What fictional techniques? The ones where you make stuff up?
Excuse me, if I were going to make stuff up, do you think I'd bother taking all these notes?
Well, you're obviously planning to turn Bonnie Clutter into some faux poetic recluse when what it sounds like is that she was just thrown off by her menopause.
What is your stupid point?
That you shouldn't be doing what you're doing. The truth is enough.
It's the most beautiful performance of her career. The most poignant, and the power it has on the audience is really astonishing.
In October 2006, Bullock was named Supporting Actress of the Year at the Hollywood Film Festival. Still, she never let fame go to her head.
She uses her stardom to draw attention to the plight of people. She has an inbuilt sense of perspective about where it is in the scale of what matters, you know.
Sandra didn't hesitate to share her good fortune with others. When Southeast Asia was devastated by the tsunami, Bullock quietly gave $1 million to the Red Cross relief effort. She also became a major supporter of a New Orleans school ravaged by Hurricane Katrina.
This is the Warren Easton High School auditorium, and this is where we're going to use Sandra Bullock's donation. This is the band room, which is being painted by volunteers right now, and originally Sandy wanted to fund the band. We didn't think we'd have one. Well, we finally do, and she'll get to hear them in her auditorium once we finish fixing it up.
From comedienne to dramatic diva, Sandra Bullock never let success steer her off course.
Sandy is just a fantastic actress. It's about being relatable, it's about understanding the character, it's about being real. I think Sandy is the most underrated actor in Hollywood.
The depth of her emotions and art is still to come. And we're starting to see it, I think, in some of the movies that she's been doing lately.
She's really a talented actress, not only as a comedian, she's a wonderful comedian, but she's really a chameleon.
Of course, making movies is important, and she loves her work, but she has a family now, and that's her first priority.
She's very modest, almost too much so sometimes, I think.
I haven't done anything in my life that I find worthy of tooting my horn over. And even then, if I do something great, I hope to God I don't realize that it's good. That's not who I want to be. It's not who my mama raised. I never expected a career like this. It's all a blessing. It's all what it is, and I wouldn't change it for a thing. There's no such thing as failure. I don't believe that at all.